All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is Strategy Saturday. Um, for a long day of some work I had to do. We are back at the house now, getting ready to go ahead and record a couple of videos and get that out there. Um, so yeah, this week was actually really decent. I got most of my predictions wrong this week, actually. Um, I said Monday, Tuesday bull, Wednesday bearish to the volume node, Thursday, Friday bull. Monday's bullish, Tuesday was bearish, Wednesday was bearish, um, and then Thursday was bullish, Friday was bullish. So I got Tuesday and Friday wrong, correct? Yeah, Tuesday and Friday were wrong. I wanted most of the week to be bullish, but toughy, right? But yeah. I mean, it's whatever. I got 2 days wrong, but on my trading calendar, I actually ended up winning well, actually, Friday was a bank holiday, so it didn't even really open, actually. So I got one wrong, actually. Friday was a bank holiday, so there was nothing. But yeah, didn't do too terrible. Could have definitely done a little bit better, but it's whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, this is the volume note I was talking about. But yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. So yeah, Monday I was correct. Tuesday I was incorrect. Wednesday I was correct. Thursday I was correct. Friday didn't have any trading, so nothing crazy. But yeah, so now let's go ahead and get into back testing. Let's see. Let's go with February 17th. 17th. Oh, I forgot. This is not the right contract, so we're going to go ahead and go on to the normal, regular NASDAQ contract. Okay. So, February, I really hate backtesting within these time frames because um, everything is just so cooked during this time period. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what we can do. So this is a Tuesday, no? Oh, Monday is a bank holiday. Okay. Monday was a bank holiday. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, freak me. This is not the mini contract. This is the mini contract. Oops. Okay, well, we're gonna go actually now to Wednesday. I thought this was the mini contract. That's on me. What was it? February 18th. Yeah, we're gonna go to Wednesday instead now. Oopsies, that's entirely on me. Okay, so what do we see in the last 20 days? Mostly bearish price action. I'm gonna move this up and then get rid of all of this. And then anything back here, nothing. Okay, so yeah, we have mostly bearish price action. We're going to go long-term sell side down here. There is short-term sell side down here, but I wouldn't really pay attention too much to it yet. There's an order block here that we reject from, but price then re-breaks downward. We don't really see much movement. We're going to go down to the 4-hour. What do we see? We see a huge void of liquidity right here. So that might be our target, considering there is a buy side liquidity zone right here. 1 hour time frame, what do we see? Liquidity void is still present there, which gives us really high confidence that this liquidity void could be filled and used. So now we're going to go ahead, look at the 30-minute time frame. 12 a.m. We're going to go vertical on 12 a.m., vertical on 2 a.m., 5 a.m., and 9:30 a.m. So what do we do within this time frame? Is this still a contract? This is still a contracted month. This is not great. Let me go ahead and create. How do I create a new one? Okay, let me just go E-mini NASDAQ futures. Huh, I don't know. Add section. Okay, so this is back testing. Please and thank you. Is this the E-mini futures? This isn't E-mini futures. Okay, so I don't know what is happening with this BS, but something's happening. And then we'll do a YM E-mini. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I don't know what that BS was, but okay. Whatever. Go ahead, remove all of this extra shit. Okay. So again, same structure, basically, just not fucked up and messed up and everything. Okay, so 4-hour liquidity void is there. And then long-term sell side right here, and then we have buy side right here. Oh, the buy side is actually a little bit. Oh wait, sorry, no, it's because I'm stupid and slow. But yeah, okay. So now we can do this. 12 a.m., 2 a.m., 5 a.m., and 9:30 a.m. Okay. So I expect us to sweep out this high Asia session. We end up moving how many points? 90 points. So I'm not expecting a crazy amount of movement today. London protraction. We ended up moving 38 points. We consolidate, but then we have a bullish move on delayed protraction of 139 points. So we could potentially actually see some bullish structure here instead of bearish. So I want to say we fill this liquidity void, or at least come up to levels around here and here, whatnot. So what I would do right now, since we're on the 30-minute, I would mark this bearish fair value gap right here. Pre-AM trend, we seem to come down into 50% consequent encroachment here, but do we fill the 50% or do we continue higher here? We fill the 50% and we fill in Fibonacci, right? The 50% of the Fibonacci would, yeah, this is 705, sorry, not 50%. The 705 of the, sorry. Exactly on the 705 of the Fibonacci. So if I were in during this time, I would actually enter here. But because I'm trading as if I were actually trading in the mornings, I would not be in until like 9:30. Sometimes maybe, but this is 6:30 a.m. Chances of me being awake at that time are very low. If I am awake during this time, it would be just waking up, and then I would be in like 7:30 a.m., right? So I wouldn't take that trade just because it's not in my time frames. Ooh, very strong bearish candle. This has to be off of news, considering how big that move was. Now, if we go ahead and check, because I forgot we need to actually be looking at news, we have 7:30 a.m. news, core durable goods. Oh, that usually doesn't affect price that much, but okay. That is a strong move from that type of news. But will it rebalance or will it continue? It continues. Okay, so now we are unsure. And as of this point, we are unsure of where price actually wants to go. Potentially, we would reverse off of levels down here just because we're already in the 50% of the daily move. So if we see something, it would be something like here. And then if we look at S&P 500, we're already in the 50% here as well. Dow Jones, we are closer to the low. Oh, actually, no, we rebounded up. So here we actually, yeah, we actually see pretty normal price action. So now we're going to go down to the 1 minute since it's 9:30. Pre-AM trend shows a reversal structure. So we either continue the reversal by taking out lows down here, or we start to reverse at levels around here. Okay, we come down very low, but we don't close below that fair value gap. And we struggle at that fair value gap. So you know what I'm looking at right now? I'm looking at the fact that this is a 30-minute fair value gap. I would like to wait until after the 30-minute closes to make a decision, because chances are this 30-minute candle either fully reverses to a bullish candle, or it kind of hovers around this level, but ultimately once the 30-minute closes, it will not close below this bullish fair value gap, because if it does, it indicates willingness to go bearish. Yeah, we start to consolidate, kind of. We just move back and forth around the same level, and now we're starting to reject away. We have about 15 minutes until this 30-minute candle closes. And this is why we wait, because we see these very, very impulsive moves with no real direction shown just yet. We have 6 minutes here, 1, 2, 3, and we immediately start seeing price push higher. Just as the 30 minutes about to close, we start seeing the price push higher. So I'm going to already automatically assume we're going to be wanting to go bullish. And within these next 3 minutes, we're probably either going to hover around this level or push higher. If we come lower, that will be a signal for us to enter. Yep, and we end up pushing higher. That's the 10 a.m. candle. The 30-minute closes already, and we closed very strong bullish after touching this fair value gap right here. Now, if we wanted to, we could have gone in on this order block, or this propulsion block, and this fair value gap and levels around here, but I wouldn't have been as confident just because of this news candle and then this continuation candle. But now with this bullish candle shown, I would be very confident in taking any bullish trade. What do we see? We sweep this high here. Do we have SMTs? We do have SMTs. Oh, actually. No, we do not have SMTs. We are good. We do sweep this high, actually. So, yeah, never mind. We do have SMTs. I'm a liar. Because I'm assuming these highs are not taken out just yet. Oh, they don't even have that high. Actually. Yeah, they don't even have that high. So it kind of is an SMT in a way. Okay. So now what are we going to see? After that high gets swept, since these other two don't have liquidity, I would assume this acts as the liquidity. So if I were to take a risky trade, it would be something like that. Actually, matter of fact, I am going to take a risky trade here because I'm trading paper. I would take the full 10 contracts, risky trade. Yes, it's risky, but it's low risk, higher reward. And then I would target something like this. Realistically, I would target the 50%, but I don't know where the 50% is just yet. So give me a second to confirm that. Oh, wow, I actually got it pretty much spot on. So it's high risk, low reward. Or, sorry, low risk, high reward. I'm risking 465 to potentially catch the peak of this movement into a reversal, or into a retracement. And what I want from this is basically, because this level of liquidity isn't here on the S&P 500 and Dow Jones, I would expect it to actually just start the retracement now, because we swept a zone of liquidity, and S&P 500 and Dow Jones need some form of liquidity to continue, right? So we swept liquidity on NASDAQ. We would want to move lower, and then hit some form of continuation liquidity before we continue on all of these time frames. Now, if we do continue, it's nothing crazy, you know. This is a low risk, high. It's still a risky trade. Low risk, yes, but it's still a risky trade overall. Yeah, unfortunately, we do get taken out here, probably. Yeah, so that's fine. Now with this structure, it seems like we are just going to continue. I don't know if we actually retrace at all. If we do, it would just be this right here, actually. So let me, hold on, let me go back. How do I select bar? Let me go back and get in on that 50%. Because if we do, how do I, it's like this. It would end up just being this right here, that 50%. Because this is such a shallow retrace, and then we start pushing higher again, I would expect this to be the full retracement, and then we just continue to target highs. If I was in the micro contracts, I would target this as my first take profit, this as my second, this as my third right here, and then fill fully there. But since I'm not, I'm just gonna take a full take profit. And as a matter of fact, I'll even just do this. That way you guys can physically see where my take profits would be at. Oh wait, you guys definitely will not be able to see that actually. I'm a tweaker. So we'll do it like this. First buy side would be right there. Second here. Third at 75. And then final up there. Oh, don't tell me we start to consolidate. If we start to consolidate, that's a great sign of a reversal, which I would not like right now since I'm in. Okay, so there's the first take profit. But we are low-key kind of consolidating. So what I'm going to do is just pull up. Just wait and watch. Decent climb, but it is still consolidating climb. Which is kind of lame and scary. Because at any point, this could easily just drop. Is it lunch hour? It is lunch hour. Makes sense. Within the London close lunch hour, we kind of just consolidate a lot. Instead of making the big moves that we've already been seeing. At this point, I would be at break even. And then I would let it run and wait. Yep, their lunch hour ended, and then we had strong bullish movement. Do we continue it, though? We have a failure swing there. With that failure swing, we pull up. We have a turtle soup set up, potentially. Very nice bullish 1 minute candle. If we can make another bullish candle close above this level, that would be nice. Just barely, but potential. Potential has been realized. Now we need a candle to close above this high right here. It's kind of going back and forth. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, at least we're break even, though. We would be break even. It's because I went back a bar, so it reset the trades, but I lost 400 something before, and then gained 400 something there, so yeah. I think this could still potentially go higher, but I don't like this kind of structure where it's going back and forth right now. I would wait. 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 Oh, it's already 2 p.m. though. Maybe all of that movement kind of just came from here, and if I were in here, it would have been better. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen too. That we were gonna go this bullish. Oh, but what I did forget. Okay, honestly, that is something I'm gonna add to my arsenal. That is so much smarter now. So I'm gonna end off that trading day here. But here are my. This is what I've analyzed, seen, and now I think I understand what I should be doing. So a lot of the time I'm waiting for my trades because I'm now so used to what we've been seeing in the market recently, where we've been seeing hundreds and hundreds of points every day, where it's so easy to catch a lot of points. But today we had a 90-point move in the Asia session, which the Asia session is where I determine how much the New York session is going to move, right? And I determined we weren't going to move a crazy amount today. So I was waiting for this. I expected like maybe 200 to 25 to 250, maybe 270 points in the New York session today, but yeah, we got 320, 325. So I'm about 100 points to 75 points off, or to 50 points off. Well, I guess by the New York session, I would only be targeting from here to like No, yeah, I would be targeting here to here, around about. But if I were only targeting the kill zone, I was right. It's 206. But I usually target more than just the kill zone. I target up to the London kill zones and stuff. But yeah, so days where Asia session shows very little and I'm very unsure of when we want to enter, I should just take entries like this, right? Where this bull fair value gap, I see this bull fair value gap here. Obviously, I could definitely wait for this first initial analysis, right? But then from this candle to this move up here, I can definitely get in twice here. I can get in once at the 50% here, and then once at the 50% here, right? And that would have just been really good ways to enter off. I think that was a crucial part that I missed out because I wanted to wait until the 30-minute, but we got most of our move from the 30-minute. And I think the reason for that is because Asia, we didn't move very much. So we shouldn't have expected a crazy amount of moves during New York London close session, right? And had I entered in down there, I would have caught the full move. And because I waited, I caught nothing. So days where Asia session moves, let's say like 250 points, and I'm targeting to have like 500 points of movement, then I can probably wait 30 minutes, maybe an hour until I see an entry. But outside of that, I should be entering on my first initial analysis, right? Um, and I think even the first presentation for Value Gap would have been a good entry. Oh, actually, no. First presentation Fair Value Gap got left as a breakaway gap, so yeah, no. But yeah, so that's basically it for today's strategy Saturday. Nothing crazy. Pretty decent trades overall, or not decent trades, but the second trade was a decent trade. First trade was low risk, high reward. Kind of trying to just re catch the retracement before we see the full move, and I was hoping we'd catch the retracement, but we'd already had made about 250 points by that point, so I should have been just analyzing and seeing, there's probably not going to be a crazy amount of movement left, considering Asia only moved at 90 points. So yeah, that's a new thing to my arsenal now, actually, which is probably very smart. Understanding that Asia session point or a movement indicates to what New York's gonna move, we should base our when we take our trade off of that. So yeah, that's it for today's strategy Saturday. Hopefully tomorrow I have enough time to do a psychology and setup Sunday, but the following week I'm gonna go ahead and lock in on my road to profitability. Hopefully I can get a payout to fund more accounts and stay as consistent as possible. But yeah, hopefully everybody has a good trading week. I hope that I was able to teach people something today or teach myself something today. But yeah, I'll see everybody tomorrow in the Sunday video.